YouTube crew, what is going on, and welcome back. Now, is there anything worse than finishing in second place? I absolutely hate it. So today, we're talking about how to clutch up more in games and start getting more wins. Now, the format for today's video is very simple. I'm going to spend 1 minute, like literally 1 minute, talking about my thought process. What am I looking for? When do I rotate? Why do I rotate early sometimes and late others? And then we're breaking down 3 situations, 2 wins and a loss. I threw the loss in there because it's a great learning opportunity, and we can really take some things from that will allow us to win more games. So let's get into it. So there's really 2 things that I think about during end games, and that is power positions and cover. I'm looking for a high ground spot in circle that has a clear line of sight on where the enemy is or where the enemy is going to be with cover. So now let's talk about, do I rotate late or do I rotate early? And there's really one question that I always ask myself. Can I safely get to a power position using cover? If the answer is yes, then I want to early rotate. I want to beat the team to that spot. If the answer is no, then I'm strongly considering late rotating. Now, one other thing here for you. If you are in a disadvantageous spot, a spot where you don't get circle pull and you're kind of caught out in the open, then you really have to try to rotate early. The reason being is you don't want to be caught in a situation where you are fighting the team and getting pushed by gas at the same time. I'd rather kind of rotate piece of cover by piece of cover and fight the team while I'm pushing, as opposed to being pressed by gas. Now, last thing for you here. Do not be afraid to play your gas mask. It's one of the biggest tips that I can give you. Don't be afraid to use it if you have it. Let's go ahead and get into situation number 1. So in this situation right here, it is currently 1 other team and 3 other players. We are playing trios, so it's me versus a full team, but I do have enough money. So I'm going to start off by rotating to buy, getting my teammates back here. I have 15 kills, and I don't really know where they are at this point. I don't know if they're pushing. And right here, my thought process is, let's get to the roof. Now, I don't want to burn my gas mask if I don't have to, but right here, I actually get sniped at. So I push inside. I ultimately make the decision to go ahead, use my gas mask because I need to get to the roof. This is going to be our power position here, is getting to the roof. And what we're really about to take a look at is early rotation versus late rotation here. Now, look where circle goes. So circle's going to go ahead and push to the left. And I'm in a weird spot right here because I know I pretty much know they're in decon at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and late rotate this. What I am waiting for, as you see here, is I am waiting to see if they push out in the open. Now, there's kind of 1 of 2 things they can do here. They can either push out into the open, or they can push underneath and kind of walk with gas underneath here. And I'm not totally sure what their plan is. But right now, if I were to rotate based on this minimap, I have nowhere to go. There's really nowhere that I'm going to rotate to be safe, and I still have time with gas rotating. So I'm going to late rotate this. And as soon as I kind of get the sense that they're not going to pop out, right here I'm going to go. And my goal is to get to these shacks. Right here is going to be my cover, and you're going to see how this plays out. Now, what I end up not doing is, I don't see this guy to the right that shoots me. But at this point, I'm in circle, and now we start playing fast. Now we start playing quicker, slide canceling, trying to get to our cover, and he doesn't know where I am. So I'm actually going to go ahead and push back. And again, we're playing power position here. I'm going to go ahead and get to the roof. Now, I get a little bit of an unlucky circle pull here going the other way, but we're still going to use it to our advantage. So I have high ground. I know there's one over here somewhere. I break him. I'm going to go ahead and push here, and I get the live ping because of Combat Scout, and right here, crucial piece of information that I see. I see this guy taking zip. So I'm going to go ahead and down this guy. I'm going to try to throwing knife him, and I miss, and at that moment, I can't worry about him anymore because I need to get away from this player that just went up top. So now I'm rotating early here. Now I'm trying to get to this building because look at this circle right here. Based on this circle, right in this window is the power position, because at that point they have to rotate with no cover. So the first time we late rotate to try to hold him out in the open, and I rotate late to get to cover, now I'm rotating earlier, and I'm in a spot now where I can hold him, and you're gonna see exactly how this plays out. I get the thirst to see where his teammates are. I see that one's in gas right in this shack, so I'm gonna go ahead and down that person. I can't get the thirst, but I can get the thirst by staying in the building, so I'm gonna go ahead and rotate over here. And my whole goal here, my only thought process is I need to get this thirst, because this thirst is going to give away where that last person is, and it's a 1v1 at that point. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate over. I see him right here. I get the thirst. Notice on the minimap, he's right below me here, so I'm going to go ahead and challenge it. 1v1, I'm in a good position. I know he's not totally sure where I am or expecting that, and right there you see how we clutch up that first end game, talking about power positions, early rotation, or the first one was a late rotation, then we early rotate. Let's go get into clip number 2. Before we jump into situation number 2, let me know down in the comments below if you found that first breakdown helpful. If you guys find this video helpful, I will definitely start doing more endgame breakdowns. Also, my whole goal is to simply help you become a better Rebirth player. I took my KD from a 0.7 to over 4 KD. So if you are looking to get better, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below so that my content gets pushed to you a little bit more. And I do videos every single day. So if you want to get notified about when I post a video, make sure you turn on that notification bell as well. Now, next up, we're going to be breaking down this loss right here, and this was a pretty bad loss. I mean, I just got way too over-aggressive and really tried to push when I didn't have to. Now, first thing that we want to take a look at, we have 3 other teams, and I am very early to grab rooftop of control center. We talk about power positions and high ground. I'm in a really good spot here. Now, I hear one flying in, so I'm going to go ahead and peek here. And I'm not going to waste bullets on him. I can't really hit him there, but I see these 2 down below. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of tag them up a little bit, and I noticed this guy right. So I'm going to go ahead and break him. Now I kind of do want to push this. Now I do end up pushing all the way over. I'm trying to see what I can find, get a sense of where he is. And I catch him right there behind the truck. Now I'm just waiting for him here because I want that kill. And I notice there's people on top prison. So I'm going to go ahead and close these doors, make it a little bit tougher here. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to leave that guy. That guy's not moving. I'm going to go ahead and rotate back into control. So I rotate back into control to challenge these guys right here from a separate angle. So I'm not going to go to rooftop. I'm going to play this little window right here. And I end up hearing people to my, or at least one person to my left. So now I go ahead and challenge, and I get caught with 2 people right there. I go down, and I get thirsted. So that's a situation where I had no reason to give up high ground. I had power position, and I just got way too over-aggressive in terms of trying to push when I didn't have to. All I had to do was let that situation play to me, and then I would have been fine. So now in situation number 3 right here, let's go ahead and jump right in.
All right, Joe.
This is I still don't totally know how we won this, but we did. 3 other teams. Circle is way to the left. And we kick this off with Dayton going, okay, Joe, go ahead and coach me to victory here. And I say,
to victory. Where do I go? Where do we go?
Oh, no, we're chalked. We don't have Lodi.
oh no, we're chalked. We don't have Lodi, and we're in a really bad spot. But we, you know, spoiler alert, we do win this game.
I don't know.
So right here, here's what I'm looking at. Well, circle's not moving yet, so we're just trying to figure out what we can find. Maybe get an AR, maybe get some plates, see if we can loot up a little bit before we make a decision to rotate. First thing I want you to take a look at is if I were to rotate right here, there's nowhere for me to go, right? Decon's not safe. I don't want to push up this hill. So my only choice is to rotate left. Now I have to early rotate this. I can't late rotate because there's a high potential that a team is holding me. So I'm using my slide canceling, playing fast to get from here over basically to cover to safety as soon as possible. Now I hear this person challenging me. They get way too overconfident, try to quickscope me. I end up being able to win that. And that is the break that we needed. When we talk about clutching up endgames, especially when you're just flying back in, a lot of times what I am looking for is simply a break to get loadout guns or get better guns. Now at this point we have 3 other teams, we've got 6 other people, and this was a sweaty lobby. We were absolutely in the blender the whole game. I want to play this heading and see what I can find. Now I see this guy over here to my right in a second. I see him die, and now I know where he's getting shot from, right? He's getting shot from this hill, which is exactly the point that I said I do not want to be, because there's not a ton of cover. There is, but you're really in a bad spot.
Well, you weren't.
So I'm going to go ahead and try to hit that guy. I miss. Try to hit him again. I miss. But finally, I snipe this guy. Now, huge snipe there. This is where I talk about execution is crucial, because you do have to hit shots. I'm going to go ahead and low rotate here, and I'm going to rotate early because I want to play this with gas. I do have gas mask. And at this point, we're in a 2v4. Now, one of them is down. I don't know if they got revived. But I'm kind of in a weird spot. I don't really know what the play is just yet because I don't really know where they are. Now, right here, you're going to see my thought process switch to I want to get roof.
Not have a gas mask.
So I hear some footsteps. Now I want to get roof. So I'm going to go ahead and take this ladder here and see what's on roof. I'm not going to full send roof. I'm not just going to go challenge roof just to challenge it. I want to see what's up there. So I slow peek. I'm not seeing anything. I don't see anything.
Second floor.
We don't really know where they are. By the way, notice that first guy died, so it's a 2v3.
Bro.
Now, here's the play that just clutches this up. I mean, this, again, is just execution right here. I get shot in the back. I immediately go for the reach out with the sniper and absolutely just snipe that guy in the face. Immediately, what do I notice? I notice 2 people below me, so I'm good on rooftop, okay? I'm good on rooftop. I pretty much have a full gas mask. And let's again talk about power positions, late rotations versus early rotations. Look where circle is. So I know they're below me, right? They have to get to this shack, right? They have to get to about right here. And I have pretty much a full gas mask. So I'm going to late rotate this and play the power position to my advantage. Now, if I was stuck down below here, if I was like caught in a corner and I would have rotated up. I would have early rotated, but I have power position. That's really what you're weighing is cover, power position, and where they are. So what you're going to see here is I'm just going to play gas. I'm going to let gas keep pushing. I'm keeping an eye on them. I know there's two, and I know they got to come out at some point. There's gas. I'm in no rush. Boom, there's one. Okay, first guy down. Now, I don't see the second guy, so I'm kind of a little bit confused as to where this guy is. So I'm going to go ahead and push up here, and I'm going to check heartbeat. So I got two over there. First line of thought here is the self-revive. Does this guy to the left have self-revive? Because if he does, that changes everything. So watch how I'm constantly going back and forth. I don't see him there. Did that guy self-revive? There's the last one, and now I get the team wipe, and that right there is the clutch. So a big part of that clutch was sniping those two players. But there you see how I use the power position to my advantage to ultimately get the win in that situation. So I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.